Vargas. I'm currently a senior at Cy Lakes. I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys a little bit more about my personal academic journey and how I got to where I am today. I wanted to go over a little bit of the AP/DC courses slides with you guys, just to give you guys a little bit of insight on more of a personal level on how everything really goes on. So yeah. All right, so I know you guys probably already went over these slides. I just wanted to touch on a little bit of them, just a little bit. I know it's not going to be easy to read these slides, so just bear with me on that. I'm just going to recap just a little bit of things. So the difference between your AP courses and your DC courses. With your AP courses, these are going to be your advanced leveled placement classes. In these courses, you're going to have to take a test and you're going to have to pass that test at the end of the semester in order to get your credit hours for the specific class. And then, of course, we're going to have your dual credit classes, which are going to be your DC classes, and they're going to be your Sci-Fair linked with your Lone Star classes. You're going to be in both, and you're just going to need a high enough average in order to pass the whole class and get your credit hours. All right, so how to get into a DC course. So the first thing that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to take a TSI test. I do believe there's going to be multiple portions to that test, but do not get scared with that. I know when I first heard that, I was like super terrified because with the test, it's going to determine if you're going to be eligible enough to participate in DC courses. So, of course, I had gotten really scared when I first heard that my freshman year, but I did end up taking the TSI and I did pass it. I ended up studying for it just a little bit, but I do know quite a few people who did not pass it the first time and they did have to retake it multiple times. And when I see them now, they are completely fine. They're completely eligible. That test is not going to necessarily determine your smartness. It's nothing to get discouraged about when if you don't pass it the first time. It's something that should motivate you to retake it again because overall, once you get into DC courses, you're going to be completely fine. It's something that you just have to find the pace for, and once you get the pace for it, everything just kind of comes to you. So yeah, I do know people who are doing extraordinarily well in DC courses and they didn't pass the TSI on the first time, and that's completely okay. You just have to retake it and you'll be completely fine. All right, so once again, I know you guys are probably not going to be able to read these slides, and I'm so sorry about that, but I'm hoping that you guys went over these in class with your teachers. So at the top, I don't know if you can read that, it does say DC courses at Cy Lakes, so I'm just going to go over a little bit on my academic journey here and the type of courses that I took. So my sophomore year, I took my first DC class. It was U.S. history, and then after U.S. history, I had a full DC schedule my junior year. So basically, every course that I took was a DC class, except for my electives, of course, which was tennis, and I had another elective. And then after my junior year, I went on to take I took speech and PE in the summer at Lone Star. And then, of course, my senior year, I have another full DC schedule, except for, again, a few classes. But so far, I have taken U.S. history, speech, I've taken PE, I've taken sociology, I have taken English 3 DC, I've taken English 4 DC, I'm taking actually both semesters of English 4 DC. I'm currently in Calculus AB DC. I took Pre-Calculus DC. I took Environmental Science DC. I'm currently in Biology DC. That's a lot of classes. But, of course, you're taking these over the range of a few years, so you're going to be completely fine, and these are not all at once. Of course, I took these spread out. I had summer school, so you just have to – it's just time management with all of your classes. But I guess, yeah, getting into time management, that was probably my hardest thing to deal with when I first got into DC classes because it is going to be a huge step from your normal L-level class or from your normal K-level class. It is going to be a gigantic step. And the first month is going to be very harsh on you. But once you get past that, you're going to get into the groove of things, and it's going to be completely like nothing you've ever experienced before. and you're going to get a hold of it very, very quickly in a timely manner. And once you get past those first few steps, your stress is going to eventually subside and you're going to be okay in these classes. I promise you. All right, so I really do not know that much about AP courses. I do believe Brianna is going to know a lot more, which Brianna is going to be the other individual that is going to talk to you guys today. But with AP, all I really know is that you're going to have to take a test in order to get the credits / your hours to class that course. Other than that, I do not know a lot about AP. I only took DC courses, so if you guys have any questions about DC, you can go ahead and contact anybody on this PowerPoint. You can contact me. I know a lot about DC. Basically, I believe that's all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed the presentation. If you guys have any more questions, you can go ahead and contact any one of the individuals you see in CLMP, your SciLakes mentoring program. You guys have a wonderful rest of your evening, afternoon, morning. Thank you guys.